I haven't played Hawkeye in a hot second. Oh, hero card tokens and villain tokens? Sweet. That's awesome. Yeah, I think in Marvel Champions, it's more clear what's well designed and what's not. The well designed is really nice to play again and again. Can't move on with Nightcrawler. um, yeah, the I think, and what I would say is that a good spirit that's against one adversary does not necessarily equate a good spirit against another adversary. And while you have some of that to the you while you have some of that in Marvel Champions, it's not to the extent that you have it in Spirit Island. I think it's more akin to Lord of the Rings, where you have a lot more specialized cards and cards that are very, very good against certain scenarios and not so against others. And it's just that on a spirit level in Spirit Island, because you have um and of course you have spirits that are just good and incredibly powerful against anybody, but then there are some that are just going to be a lot better at against certain adversaries and worse against others. Um so Hawkeye can't thwart or stay alive. Truly an OG. Yeah, and that's where allies come into play. Um, Good morning, Ryan. How's it going? Very truly, old school hero. That's really funny. But yeah, okay. So let's talk about the build here and kind of what we were thinking about doing. I'm thinking about just trying, straight up. I haven't played a Mighty Avengers deck in a while, and so I was thinking we would try a Mighty Avengers, potentially a build support type situation to get that out. Mighty Avengers gives all of your Avenger allies +1 thwart and attack. I think this is how long it's been since I played. I don't even remember what it does. Um, Mighty Avengers. Now, all of your characters have to be. I'm gonna make the call while we're here. All of your allies have to be Avengers in order to get that benefit, which does hinder the deck building a little bit. But Mighty Avengers. If each of your characters is the Avenger trait, each ally gets +1 thwart and +1 attack. So there we go. I think I'm gonna probably stray away from kind of the strength and numbers build, but kind of lean more into the allies and hopefully try and stun lock or status lock Crossbones so that we don't get too many activations out of him and we can actually kind of build up our board state a little bit. I think that's what we're gonna be trying to do. Got to utilize Mockingbird as a blocker and her interruptibility. Mockingbird. When a villain initiates an attack, spend 1 resource to return Mockingbird and prevent all the damage. Yeah, I forgot about Mockingbird. Mockingbird's pretty nice. She is also Avenger traded, which is huge. Hawkeye also can't play events when he needs that specific event. Seeing the hero HP, villain HP, both at 0 makes me think, what happens if both the hero and the villain hit 0 at the same time? Loss, win, tie? I don't think it's possible. Because I think every instance of damage is counted at a different point in time. So, like, I don't know if there is a time in which you could have them both hit 0 at the same time. Timing would be critical there. Yeah, I'm trying to think if we could set up a situation where that could happen. Retaliate wouldn't work because retaliate gets turned off. Hmm. The Kraken in the oh, I'm actually playing with the Kraken in the horse set. When defeated, each friendly character heals 1 damage. After the Kraken activates, each other character takes 1 damage. I don't believe that. How does Hulk read? Yeah, because in Lord of the Rings, characters are only considered your cards. I think that could work. Electrostatic armor um, is a response, and so you would take the damage, which would defeat you before you could trigger the response. I think Kraken would work though. Kraken is whenever Kraken attacks, each other character takes 1 damage. You could do it with Kraken, but I think at that point you assign the damage simultaneously. It's interesting, huh? If you attack the villain and die to retaliate, you would win. Yeah, because the retaliate would not trigger. Retaliate happens after the attack, so the usual question. Earth's Mightiest Heroes is also. Oh, yeah. Earth's Mightiest Heroes is great. No retaliate won't happen, yeah. I fought Crossbones this weekend, loaded them up with ransacked armory, military grade, and something else that had weapons. Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot about the fact that I didn't put any weapons in here. I put Western, horror, and sci-fi. No weapons. So that'll be fun. We're gonna get some surge. That's fine. These rules puzzles are always fun. I actually think that Kraken would work. I'm not 100% clear on how simultaneous damage is applied, but I think it would. If everyone goes to 0, it's a hero loss. That's probably how I'd rule it. Such a weird interaction with Kraken. Though I guess it'll very rarely happen. Yeah, right? If you're playing a 2-player game and you play Combined Force, do you and the person get to exhaust one X-Men or X-Force character? Does the person who had it? Whenever you're playing an Alliance card, which Combined Force is, I'm 95% sure. Whenever you're playing an Alliance card, any part of the cost. Let me find Combined Force. We can talk about it real quick. Yep. Yeah. So any part of the cost. So the cost of a card is considered the top printed in the left and anything before the arrow. So any part of the cost. So you or your teammates, or you could split it up, could either both exhaust one X-Men and one X-Force. You could have one character do both of them. You could have one player do both of them and the other one pay the one cost up here. You can do you can have anybody exhaust because that's part of the cost of the card. Yeah. Also, I want to play a Mutant Mayhem deck sometime. That sounds fun. Alrighty. What am I doing? Let's find. Are all your games going to be Hawkeye? No, not today. No, just the first one. We're going to do Hawkeye, and I don't actually know what I'm going to do next. I'm going to find Superpower Training. Superpower Training can get Expert Marksman as well as the Quiver, so that's probably worth it. Nice. Okay. Yeah, of course. Anytime. Can I request Magic? I want to understand her. Yeah, we can play Magic. That sounds fun. I haven't played Magic in a good bit. You mentioning wanting to play Mutant Mayhem reminds me of the fun of LCG. Seeing one card, will it win? Nice. Alrighty, we're looking for a ton of Avenger characters. Let's find a White Tiger. Let's find a Squirrel Girl and a Stinger. When I say Avenger characters, I also kind of mean cheap Avenger characters. Kalu is going to be great for the arrows. I didn't actually really think about that. Let me grab my resources, because that was my New Year's resolution to not forget the resources in my deck builds. Then we're going to get Power of Leadership. Just like that. Nice. Okay. Probably go ahead and Black Panther. Black Panther could work. Got Panther. Let's go ahead and grab the Triskelion while we're here. We also have Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel's so expensive. Band Together is kind of interesting. I don't think we really need it, but it is kind of interesting. We're going to go call for backup and rally the troops. We're going to grab Triskelion and Avengers Tower. Hoping they make an OP side scheme for only Avengers to give everyone Avengers Mansion to be fair with X-Men supports. Nice. Giant Man, perhaps they have a really big number in resource cost. That must mean they're good. Yes. Absolutely. Avengers Tower. Yeah, flipped right to it. Oh, this one I can tell is from my Mad Titan Shadow box because all my cards in Mad Titan Shadow were printed a little skewed to the left. Do you feel like Magic is thematic with her kid? I'm not sure I get Queen of Limbo Mystic from the top of her deck when I think it's more like Magic knowing what's coming, being able to like manipulate what's coming. Inspiring Presence. It's the ready, right? Heal 1 damage from an ally and ready it. I think yes. Let me grab before I forget Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Probably Quinn Carrier. Endurance is always nice for someone with 9 hit points. Earth's Mightiest Heroes. We'll probably grab one more of those. And I think we're probably already at our deck limit. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so we got if we go with one more copy of EMH, then yes, we're at our limit, which potentially is fine. I don't know if I want to go too much over the deck limit just because we want to hit those arrows pretty frequently because those are really good. How many allies do we have? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it? We only have 7 allies? I didn't actually grab Quinn Carrier yet. I think I am. 25 cards go so quickly. It does, right? It does. Look for Avenger characters. I think Kate Bishop is not good. 2 cost, 2 attack. We got Captain America. Reduce the cost to play Cap by 1 for each Avenger character you control. It's nice. It would be nice if she didn't have... If she has a separate space called Limbo. Don't know how it would work right now. She's Domino 2.0. Yeah. Goliath can be good. I do like Falcon. Let's grab Falcon. And then we're gonna look to probably cut some stuff out. But I do like the idea of having more Avengers in the deck than what we currently have. Yeah, I grabbed Ant-Man. I think I grabbed him without saying anything. Also, I've been jamming to a whole new sound, which is Punk Goes Disney. Bangers. Absolute bangers. Got like Yellow Card, Sum 41, We the Kings. Who else is on there? I'm trying to think. There's a couple other ones on there, but I've been having a lot of fun with it. We do have Inspiring Presence if we wanted to go that route. We have Team Training, which also feels pretty decent. Go Clarity of Purpose and just kill ourselves. Probably not. Probably not worth it. Heal 1 damage from an ally and ready it. So, Inspiring Presence is a 2 effective cost for... I mean, I guess potentially Goliath would be the best option there. I don't know if we need... Let's cut out 1, make the call. What? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 3 cards. Cutting 3 cards out of here. We probably don't need build support. No, actually, we don't need superpower training. We don't need superpower training. We're not really thwarting, anyways. HP bar, you mean 9 clarity of purpose? Yeah, right? Health is a resource. It's been so long since I had seen Avengers Allies fam. I'm mostly playing Spider Woman Guardians and X Men. Drax is sweet. I like Drax a lot. I am doing a Hawkeye Allies for him. Heck yeah. We probably don't need a T'Challa. I think we can cut T'Challa out of there. That puts us at 246. We got one more card to cut down to 40, and honestly, I'm okay with running 41. I'm okay with 41. That's fine. Let's rock. I did what did I say earlier? Horror, sci-fi, and western. So no weapons added into Crossbones' deck, so that'll be fun. Before I go any further, let's grab our machine gun. Technically, 40 to 42 cards doesn't actually change the number it takes to deck out. Yeah, I think the logic, which I don't know if I subscribe to, but the logic is that it's two cards that could potentially be above like the quiver, right? The ally version in Avengers form, yeah. So yeah, but I also like I don't necessarily think that a larger deck is that much worse than a smaller deck. I think Captain America is not good versus Crossbones because it's piercing attack. I was just thinking Captain America could be like a one cost ally with the deck that we're running. And then he's our thwarter. I don't think I. The idea is that we status lock Crossbones, rather than chump block with all of our allies. So I think we're looking at our higher cost allies for thwarting rather than blocking, and we're hopefully using Clint's arrows to do a lot of the damage prevention. How well that works, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. We will see. Alrighty, so we got attack on Mount Athena. Create the experimental weapons deck and set it next. That's right here. Go ahead and shuffle this up. You could use the tough as a free activation. Probably not. I'm maybe. It kind of depends on how and if I can get weapons off of Crossbones. It can be tough. I think the question for deck size are what do I need my deck to look like by my second deck cycle? How much does adding these cards slow down my game plan? I like that way of looking at it. With Avengers Tyler and Triskelion, you can potentially have 6 allies in play. Yeah, because we got Stinger as well. I'm trying to think. I think I did it. Oh, all of the there are allies that don't count against your ally limit, but I think that's a fun other like game to play. Like how many allies can you put on the table? It's not about encounter card difference. It's about finding the hero card since before they are 90% better. Correct answer. Now that aspects compete. Alrighty. When reveal the top grade experimental weapons deck. We've got +1/+1 with the exosuit. While Crossbones has a weapon attachment, his attacks gain piercing. We're going to find Crossbones machine gun and attach it. Crossbones machine gun interrupts and deals indirect damage based on the number of boost icons on the top card, which we will discard when Crossbones attacks us. We've got 2, 4, 6 cards. Here we go. We got White Tiger. Hawkeye's Quiver. Yes. Yes. Nice. Okay, so we got White Tiger, Hawkeye's Quiver, Explosive Arrow, Endurance, Quinn Carrier, and an Ant-Man. Honestly, that's amazing. There's so many things that I want to play. White Tiger gives us 2 cards, which means that we won't be able to play Quinn Carrier. I like 40 cards way more. I come from Magic the Gathering and making very tight aggro deck. Yeah, and I think Magic the Gathering, Lord of the Rings, cards where you draw 1 card a turn, it matters way more than when you draw 5 to 6 cards a turn. Because that's the other thing that kind of offsets it. It's like, meh. Like, I will deck out in this game. In Magic, you typically won't. Now we all know Nelson cheated. My point was more so that if you're decking out in the same number of turns, you will still see your key upgrades generally at the same spot. Yes. Yeah, I agree. Oh, also, we need health. We have 9, and Crossbones has 14. Nice. Back when they had a reasonable amount of health. Villain was set at 0. I win. I do. Yes. Alrighty. I'm also a fan of starting at 45 and cutting stuff I don't play. Oh, that, yeah. Like from a deck building perspective, like that's how you would build a deck. Hey, Jason, how's it going? I think you. Oh yeah, and Arkham as well. I think you only want the best, most versatile cards. Yep. Yeah. Whereas in Marvel, you can kind of get away with it because you'll see all the cards multiple times. Okay, I want to play all of the cards. I want to play every single one of the cards. I'm thinking about mulliganing these 3 because if I can grab a double, I feel a lot better. Throwing away endurance. That seems like a good call, right? Falcon. Make the call. Electric arrow. Okay. Alrighty. So we will toss White Tiger to go find our bow. I think we're just gonna take a shot to the face to start us out, and we'll figure it out later. We'll play Hawkeye's bow. We get +1 attack, and each of our arrow attacks gains ranged. I purposely missed your Feast of Hemlock stream because I don't want to spoil it. How'd you find it? Any card invest? I'm taking a break from Arkham. I didn't like it. I got 2 so the first I came away the first game with 3 trauma across the 2 investigators. I don't know if there's really a thing that I could have done to change it, maybe. And then the second stream, I played 15 minutes and I was knocked out. So I don't know if it was deck builds. I don't know what it was. I realized that I was not enjoying it, and so I'm taking a break from Arkham, and then we may revisit later. But right now, what I found is that there's a ton of enemies, like an insane amount of enemies, and I just got overrun very, very quickly. Let's flip up to Hawkeye. I'm gonna spend everything for Quinn Carrier. Quinn Carrier will play Hawkeye's Quiver. The Quiver, we're gonna search top 5 for an arrow. Whenever you get Hawkeye's, hey, we do get an arrow. Nice. Three trauma. What box are you playing? Hemlock Vale. The Parlay Roddy Lady rocks that campaign for future reference. I played her through my last campaign. She was awesome. I had so much fun with her. We're gonna stand up. I'm about to get absolutely decimated, but let's go ahead and just punch for 3 on Crossbones. 1, 2, 3, then we'll stand up. Arkham Horror can be a harsh mistress. Took a break after a brutal run with the Circle and Done. Don't play a campaign without a will of 5+. Interesting. Yeah. I was just like, you know what? Like, plus it doesn't do that well from like a metric standpoint, which is not something that I care too much about. But like, they get 10% of the views as the other videos, and so I'm like, if I'm not enjoying myself doing this and it's not beneficial to the community, why do it? That was kind of my reasoning behind it. You think heroes should ever have one defense? I think it ruins most protection builds for Hawkeye. Well, I think perfect defense protection builds. My favorite deck for Hawkeye is a protection deck where it's a repurposed deck and you just ready. And it's more of a multiplayer deck because you can get like an insane amount of attack, and if someone can pass you like a combat training. But I mean, uh, repurpose always ready Hawkeye can do some stupid amounts of damage. When can we stop changing time due to daylight savings time? Show is now 1 hour earlier. Repurpose, never back down. What does kill me? That kind of stuff. Really good stuff. I am so tired of daylight savings time. 100% we should get rid of that. We got Sonic Arrow, Genius, Mighty Avengers, another Sonic Arrow, and an Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So we're gonna get a confused out of Crossbones, allowing us to go down. Man, Clint is tough. Clint does not get a lot of stuff. Not never back down. Your fan base does seem to be big into Marvel Champions, Lord of the Rings. I personally bought into Lord of the Rings because I love Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings. It's so good. It's so freaking good. Crossbones is going to attack us. We're going to interrupt with this machine gun. We're going to take 0 damage. That's big. Then we're going to take an attack of 3 plus a boost card. We're going to just take this to the face because I'm going to plan on healing next turn, and my heal stat is 3 times as good as my defense stat. So 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, Captain Atreides. Get some strong draws for Hawkeye. Now we're, yeah. Heck yeah, right? Clint should have bow and quiver as setup. Life is hard enough to just to survive. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Like, yeah, I think Clint needs something. I really like Clint. I think that his design is really interesting with like his arrows and stuff. But yeah, he can struggle. We've got Cultist. After Cultist activates against you, search the encounter deck and discard pile for the Kraken and put it into play engaged with you. Then shuffle. Uh-oh. That's not great. Hmm. Okay. So let's go ahead and use Twin Carrier and Sonic Arrow to play Sonic Arrow. We'll exhaust Hawkeye's bow, confuse an enemy, and deal 3 damage to it. 1, 2, 3. I don't want the Kraken. So we're going to exhaust Hawkeye's quiver to see what we get. We got Call for backup, Avengers Tower, Strength, Squirrel Girl, Captain America. Anyone else have an issue with Occultist? Shouldn't it be a Davy Jones who summons the Kraken? This isn't Pirates of the Caribbean, but it could be. I would play the heck out of a Pirates of the Caribbean LCG. What Doesn't Kill Me is such a fun protection card. Yeah, I love it. It's so good. Let's go ahead and spend a Genius to play Vibranium, or actually we'll exhaust already the Hawkeye's bow. Genius, Vibranium Arrow to take out the Cultist here, just so we don't get a Kraken. Then we're gonna flip down. I'm gonna toss EMH. We're gonna stand up. Make the call. Energy, okay, that's better. Build support. Build support grabs not a ton. We got Kalu as well. Oh, we get 6 cards. Explosive Arrow. I'm trying to think. I would like a DC Comics LCG. I would. I'm thinking about getting into DC Comics. I've been watching The Penguin, and I've been just so enjoying that story from like a villain standpoint. I was like, ooh, I kind of want to experience more of this. Hawkeye having ability that you want to avoid using. I think if he was able to use 2 arrows efficiently per turn, he would open up a lot. Yeah, I would like a DC Comics LC. Yeah. Added 1, Crossbones is confused. We will get a encounter card, which is the Gunslinger, who has Quick Strike, though we don't have Quick Strike. Okay. I think the design idea is to make Clint feel like human, with just human strength in a game. Yeah. Okay, let's heal for 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's flip up to Hawkeye. We're going to go energy to play Kalu. After Kalu enters play, we're going to search the top 5 cards of our deck for an event. We're going to add that to our hand. Take the electric arrow. Build support can grab Mighty Avengers. You're a genius, Traffic. You're a genius. None of the DC games are as good as Champions. Oh, 100% agree with you there. 100% agree with you there. Oh, heck yeah. That's such a good call. Okay. Mighty Avengers will play build support. We're gonna figure out how to thwart that down later, but right now that's not the goal. Let's go Quiver to Cable Arrow is probably what we will grab. Yeah, we're gonna grab Cable Arrow. Now we can use Cable Arrow to take out build support. I do like DC deck building games on Crisis expansion though, much more cooperative. Oh, cool. Okay, that's good. Is like Crisis. What does Crisis expansion do? What does Mighty Avengers do again? It gives all of your Avenger allies +1 thwart, +1 attack. We can. Let's go Quinn Carrier to play Explosive Arrow, which will deal 3 damage here and 3 damage here. Kalu will thwart 1 here. Kalu is going to take the block. And then I think we're going to hang on to the electric arrow so that we can stun Crossbones next turn. We're going to toss, make the call, and stand up. It's an added box. Makes you have a villain that's more focused, changes rules slightly to make you work better together. That's cool. Because I do remember playing the DC deck building game. Well, the DC deck building game was a competitive game, right? Electric Arrow. Squirrel Girl. Expert Marksman. Nice. EMH. Avengers Tower. Alrighty. Sweet. Let's go 1 here. Crossbones is going to attack. We'll interrupt here to take 1 damage. That's fine. And we'll block the attack with Kalu. It's going to be a 3 + 3. Kalu is a hero. Wow. Nice. I think Adventure Time would also be a great. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah. More competitive. Is it competitive more than a co-op like Marvel Legendary, but even meaner? Yeah. Our encounter card is Dark Designs. Alrighty, we're going to add a pursuit counter, and he is going to scheme for 3 + 3. We needed 1, so we got it. When revealed, we're going to get ranged and +1 attack. I can take it. DC Deck Builder is competitive by default. Cool, okay. Apart from the custom contents out there, I'm hoping for some arrow events in this next expansion. Oh, that'd be cool. That would be really cool. You're talking about the Shield expansion? Dragon Ball would be a good LCG setting. Yeah, I think Harry Potter would be one. I think I'm still holding out hope for Star Wars LCG. cooperative Star Wars LCG, like heist type situation, I would GG to the wallet. Like, I mean, done. Competitive in the sense you're trying to win, not PvP. Yeah. It has player interaction, but not a ton. I don't like how the villains just stand there and wait for you to kill them. Oh, it's my turn. Let's go. Okay. I am definitely ready. Okay. We can play Avengers Tower. I think let's see what Quiver gets us. 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, there's a Kickstarter lately about Adventure Time deck build. Oh, okay, sweet. I have not seen that. Hmm, that sounds cool. Trying to figure out what the. I think I pass on the expert marksman here. I think I go Avengers Tower, Squirrel Girl, and then Cable Arrow. Because we have another expert marksman coming. Cable Arrow can clear build support, which would then get us Mighty Avengers. Mighty Avengers would then be able to let Squirrel Girl do crazier things. And then she can chump block, but the Electric Arrow right now, I think I'd rather build rather than try and status lock Crossbones and then stall. Right? If we have a chump block, I mean, like, it does set us up for taking a pretty big hit if we do draw an extra activation, but it's like, okay, that stinks if we do, but here we are. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go Expert Marksman EMH to play Avengers Tower. We'll exhaust Avengers Tower. Quinn Carrier will play Squirrel Girl. That's going to deal 1 damage to Crossbones. Then we are going to exhaust Hawkeye's Bow, spend a Electric Arrow to play a Cable Arrow to clear out build support, which will then go grab Mighty Avengers. Now all of my allies have +1/+1. Squirrel Girl will go 2 damage here. And then Hawkeye will go 3, I guess. If Kate Bishop Hawkeye is part of this wave, oh yeah, they can give her a lot of indirect buff for Hawkeye, but I don't think she is. That would be really cool though. I read somewhere that the problem with Star Wars is that people want to be the bad guys as well as the good guys, so it's more appealing to play something like Swoo. Yeah, but I could also see like a a setup where like yeah, I did see the speculation about the second silhouette being silk. That's pretty cool. I'd be very interested, and we did talk about that a little bit, talking about how they may add like web warrior supports, like they did. Um, so that would be cool. That'd be really cool. I want to play Darth Vader definitely. You picked up Transformers deck building game over the weekend. Reminds me a lot of DC Rebirth. Nice. That's the one that's pretty similar to GI Joe, right? We got a power leadership, expert marksman, cable arrow, call for backup, and a stinger. Of course, we draw that without. Fine, whatever. Okay, let's go 1 here. Crossbones is going to attack. We're going to throw Squirrel Girl in front of the attack of 4, 6. Jeez. No, 7. Man, Squirrel Girl. Our allies are being heroes today. Then our encounter card is Raid the Armory, Insight 1. Discard until you get a weapon. I'm pretty sure we do not have a weapon. If we do, we have 1. This is the problem when you don't add weapons into the deck. Yep. Oh well. Similar to G.I. Joe, same. Yeah, Renegade. Web Warriors are so weak. There's so many of them, though. Yeah, it seems like this will be a filler wave like Wave 5, Wakanda, Shuri, Web Warriors, Silk. Yeah. Bucky, Soldier Spy. The last Luke Cage? I don't think. Was it? No, I don't think it was Luke Cage. I think. Who did we think it was? I'm trying to remember the silhouette. All the silhouettes are blending together right now. Falcon. Yes, Falcon. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Falcon. That would be Silk and Shuri would be the females, Bucky and Falcon would be the male. Yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Alrighty, our turn. Avengers Tower will play Stinger. Quinn Carey will play Call for Backup. Power Protection will play Expert Marksman. Expert Marksman will play Cable Arrow to clear Call for Backup. We got Falcon. We'll just grab Goliath. There are arrows in here. Took you long enough to get good at arrowing. Right? Speaking of arrowing, Quiver. There's a Vibranium. I think that was the only one in there. Yeah. And Hawkeye's Quiver is going to get promoted to the top row so that we have space to drop these arrows. Goliath is going to thwart 3 here. Sam Wilson, Falcon Captain would be nice. Yeah. 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 Sam Wilson 3-sided? Oh, that would be interesting. That would be really interesting. Huh. That's cool. I so much like the Quiver before someone asked if you had to shuffle when you yeah, that was a damper to I mean they finally nerfed Hawkeye with that one, right? I guess we'll punch with Stinger. Push Crossbones. We're gonna get a Retaliate 1. And comes in with 16 health. We do have a Vibranium arrow in pocket, so I mean we're feeling pretty solid about that. Let's ready. Should really take my time before sending messages. Sorry about the current. You're fine. Note arrowing was on purpose. I think if they did that, it would be more similar to Ironheart, like play shield, get it. Oh, I'd be down for that. Got 2, 4, 5. Triskelion, Captain America, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and Mockingbird. We're gonna go 2 threat on the main. Stinger's gonna take a hit for us. It's gonna be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bye, Stinger. Our encounter card. Nowhere is safe. We're gonna place a pursuit counter. Then we're gonna discard an upgrade or a support that we control. What if I don't want to? Get rid of Expert Marksman. Shouldn't he have all the weapons now? No, he gets the last one on stage 3. Yeah, he gets 3 as he goes through the scheme deck and 1 when he goes to stage 3. Alrighty. Quinn Carrier and Earth's Mightiest Heroes will get rid of the Retaliate. Really close to a kill. No, you're good. You're good. Um, Avengers Tower Strength will play Mockingbird. Hawkeye's Bow, Triskelion Captain will play Vibranium Arrow for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mockingbird will hit him for 1, 2, 3. Hawkeye will hit him for 1, 2, 3. We're gonna activate Goliath's ability to give him +4 attack and hit him for 5. That's game. That worked out pretty well, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Like that went way smoother. I guess it does help when you draw the quiver in your opening hand. Uh, but yeah, that was sweet. I'm always happy to get Hawkeye a win. Like it's nice to win one for the normal people, right? Um, does Hawkeye have any like? I mean, like obviously has like really good reflexes, but is it like any? Is it classified as anything that is like superhuman, or is it just like a? You just practiced a lot as a child at Boy Scout camp with archery, or good stuff. Alrighty, he's a skilled human. Cool. Where did people see the silhouette spoiler? Trying to find it. Nick Hamilton. Nick. The silhouette is in the article. The spoiler. Someone posted something that they did silk art for Marvel Champions or something like that, and then it was able to line up. I want to see a Boy Scout take down Ultron drones. Clint is just a very good human, no super anything. That's awesome. That's really cool. In comics, couldn't he talk to Hawks? That's sick. I'm here for it. Silk was a good catch. Yeah, I think someone posted on like X or something showcasing art that they did for Champions, and it was Silk. Um, Either that or that was some dream that I had at some point. But I'm pretty sure that was the case. Hawkeye is like Tony Stark in that sense. He is very skilled and also has exceptional gadgets. Nice. Hawkeye talks to Hawks and he's a superhero. I talk to Hawks and it's, please, can you leave the zoo? They can't understand you. It looked like an event card that had Silk and the Silk dodging one of the villains from the box. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense that we're gonna be getting Silk as a hero at that point. Potentially not, but it'd be super weird for them to go not. It'd be weird if Silk wasn't a hero. Oh, someone found the comic art that matches Silk. I love this community. This community is so awesome. They spend like it's so cool how much like they could dive in and find just the exact specific thing. Silk isn't guaranteed, but the new front runner would it mean no one in the wave has a really strong shield ties. Well, Bucky, Captain Nick, Maria, Falcon. I think it would just be like 2 of them don't have strong shield ties. The trench coat and the short hair that sold it for me before I thought it was Madam Web. Ooh, Madam Web would be cool. We're gonna be playing Magic next. Any suggestions on villain? Any thoughts around who we should play on the villain side? Buck and Sam isn't strongly tied to Shield. Oh really? I think of them as strongly tied to Shield. I don't know why. Why do the Magog weekly? That could work. It is the Magog from last week. Oh, that's brutal. I've lost to Zola so many times recently on stream. I'm gonna Mysterio, that way you can use those encounter cards you're about to draw. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Magog Weekly Challenge. That Magog Weekly Challenge seemed mean. Mysterio? We're doing Magic. Mysterio feels like a direct counter to Magic. That's cool. They're tangentially tied, same as any Avenger hero, but aren't really shielded. Oh, okay. Hawkeye's a good god. That checks. That straight checks out. Like, I love that for his backstory. Mysterio is probably your favorite scenario. Nice. Yeah, we'll try Mysterio. It seems kind of interesting to see how that will interact with Magic, because that'll be unfortunate. Magic versus anyone is good. Mysterio would be an interesting mix. I think so. I think it'll be fun. Have you played the Protection Magic deck that uses mutant? Yes, I have. I think that's Journeyman's deck. Yeah, I tried that on. I did that on stream. There's a VOD out there somewhere. I realized I looked. I have so many videos on YouTube. It's like I don't know. I was looking because I told someone to go find a video at one point because they were asking about it, and I was like, wait, there's a lot of videos to sort through. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, I've done the Magic Mutant Protectors deck. That was a lot of fun. Your first time hearing Mysterio as a favorite villain? Yeah, I'm not the biggest Mysterio fan. I don't dislike Mysterio, but I don't love Mysterio. But I think it'll be fun with Magic. To own all of Marvel Champions right now, you have to pay $750. Oh wow. It's such an yeah. Yeah. And I think that's one of the late game, or like the late cycle issues that a lot of the LCGs will have, is that you have cards that are so like integral to like your decks. Like Def Focus is only in Galaxy's Most Wanted. And so in order to build a lot of these decks, especially for people who have been following it this entire time, where you can more easily spend $15-20 every 2 months rather than $750 at one time. Like yeah. That being said, it is, not not that hard to not buy everything. Like you can buy and just use what you got. But yeah, it's expensive. What's the best aspect from Magic that is not to me my X-Men build? uh, uh Uncanny X-Men Magic. Um Identity art is always original art, never from comics. Ooh, interesting. I think I've spent that much just sleeving my game. Magic is just really good. You can just play anything. You did start the stream by talking about countering encounters in LCGs. What are better ways to demonstrate it than teaching against Scryer being blindsided by the illusionist? Yes, 100%. All right, I'm going to go to be right back. I'm going to grab the cards. I'll see you all very, very soon. Hey, hey, hey. Oh no, my camera is frozen on me taking a sip of coffee. All right, I'm gonna go fix that.